undefeated teams about to meet here tonight. The United States, they will be shooting against the goaltender many regard as the best in the business, Grant Pure from the Edmonton Oilers.
And the United States lineup not dressed for the United States. Joey Mullen, he'll be missed. He has a tender knee. Defenseman Dave Ellen also not dressed tonight. All NHLers except Olympian Corey Miller.
And Grant Pure from Edmonton playing in his third consecutive game in this series, the '87 Canada Cup. And the other end from the New York Rangers, John Van Beesbrook, and the Canadian team that will be shooting against the Ranger goaltender.
And a power-laden Team Canada that now includes Glenn Anderson. He'll be playing for the first time in the tournament. Doug Gilmour is out along with defenseman James Patrick. The backup goaltender is Ron Hextall. So that means that Kelly Rudy won't be dressed for tonight's game.
The referee is from Finland, Carl Gustav Kaisala. Kevin Collins of the United States and John D'Amico of Canada, the linesmen, who are underway. And Kevin Hatcher, number 4 for Team USA, flips it in. Pure trying to knock it away from the forechecker. Cleared it on the boards. Ron Langway held it in. His shot is blocked. Now taken by Joe Alano. Centering pass. Knocked away, but held in by Ed Olczyk for Team USA. Over to get it, Rochford. He's knocked down. And we're going to get a penalty here against Team USA here in the first minute. As in there forechecking too aggressively was Bob Carpenter, number 21. Now, of course, of the Los Angeles Kings in an early power play for Canada.
Now, Bobby Carpenter getting into the game very early. There is Carl Gustav Kaisala. You don't know whether he's going to call it tight or not. They sometimes let the North American teams go at it. Here it is. That's just a caller on Craig Hartsburg. So Carpenter is in the penalty box.
They'd call that in any league.
Oh, yeah.
A roughing penalty after just 23 seconds. And Canada will send out its power play alignment. Messier is out there. Gretzky is there. So is Mario Lemieux. Bob Johnson, the United States coach, former coach of the Calgary Flames. Here's Bob Brook out against Messier. The point men, by the way, are Hartsburg and Coffey. Shot in by Mike Ramsey for Team USA. Back to get it and carrying out is Hartsburg. Beats Messier. He fired it in. Van Beesbrook leaves it for Chelios. And he cleared it by Coffey. And Canada will have to retreat, but not as deeply as they might have as the puck hit the linesman. Back comes Hartsburg, number 4. He's tied up. Messier now tying play up. And Chelios with Kelly Miller clear it out of there for the United States. A minute and a half left in the penalty. Number 77, Paul Coffey. Hitting Mario Lemieux. Lemieux taken out of the play on a good defensive play by Mike Ramsey, and then it's shot away. Now, here's Gretzky. Team's changing on the fly. Gretzky, number 99, centering it. Cleared, held in by Hartsburg. Shoots, Van Beesbrook got a stick on that. Here's Lemieux to Coffey. To Hartsburg. Shooting, whacking it wide, and fanning on it is Gretzky. Gretzky still with the puck. Puts it in front. Shot away by Kevin Hatcher.
Great chance for Hartsburg, and then another good opportunity as he got the puck back, but a bouncing puck that hopped over Gretzky's stick.
Here's Coffey. Has Dineen with him. Drops it back to Brian Kropp. Shoots right on. Van Beesbrook sprawling save. And Team USA cleared on the boards. Held in, but now Bob Brook, number 13, shoots it away, and Ray Bourque has to go back and get it. 26 seconds left in the penalty. Here's Ray Bourque from the Boston Bruins for Team Canada. To Propp. Shot it in. Loose puck. Dineen gets it. Couldn't get a shot off. Now Dineen back on the point over to Murphy. In on the wing to Propp. Back to Murphy again. To Propp. Shot deflected. Now Howardchuk trying the shot. Housley blocked that. Here's Propp. Into Howardchuk. Howardchuk gets it in front. Penalized player comes back on. And Phil Housley, number 6. Beats it to Carpenter, who's fresh out of the penalty box. Carpenter's drive is high and wide. Bounced in front and Pure, and scoop it up and held on to it. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Happy with what he's seen so far, albeit it was a power play, but some excellent tempo, and I think the best tempo, if you like to use that word, and coaches seem to like to use it a lot, early in the game that Canada has shown so far in this tournament. To take a game against their peers, as it were, from the United States, to bring out the best in a Team Canada.
And I think a big crowd here at the Copps Coliseum will add to both of these teams' play here tonight, Ron.
This game is a sellout here in Hamilton. So from a 4,000 crowd of the other night, suddenly the Canada Cup, as it usually does, is beginning to pick up momentum.
Faceoff is going to be deep in Team Canada's end of the ring. By the way, in 4 exhibition or pre-tournament games, Canada won all 4, including their last meeting, 11-2. And a lot of people wonder if that United States 11-2 shellacking may show up here tonight and fire up the United States team.
Well, there were a couple of very close games. There was a shutout registered by Kelly Rudy in Montreal, a very close game in which Patrick Roy, the Canadiens goaltender, performed very well in Ottawa. So they all weren't lopsided. There was just the one lopsided game. So we look at Rick Tocchet playing in his first Canada Cup and playing very well and very consistently. Maybe the most consistent forward, he and Claude Lemieux. Youngster from the Flyers, former soccer player with the Toronto Blizzard.
Tocchet is out there on a line with Gretzky and Michel Goulet. As Canada's made some line changes for this game. Here's Chris Chelios losing it to Gretzky. Centered it in front, and it's knocked away by the United States, and now carried by Presley and shot into center ice. Picking it up there, Pat LaFontaine, but Coffey checked him. Coffey right in front of his own goal, gives it to Gretzky. Now to Goulet. Chelios is there defensively, number 24 for Team USA. Loses it. Now Goulet trying to center, and Kelly Miller intercepts for the United States. Miller, number 11. Moving in, shoots one, Fuhr the save, and with Suter cruising near the net, he held on to it for a faceoff.
The Labatt player of the game for the United States will receive a set of 10 Olympic coins, compliments of Canadian Tire, an official supplier to the Calgary 1988 Olympic Winter Games, and a few dreams along the way. Canadian Tire.
Faceoff is going to be deep in Team Canada's end of the rink. No score. We have 16:43 left in the first period.
Some close calls early in this game. But, you look at the history of Canada versus the United States in World Tournament play and in the Canada Cup, and they're famous, no matter what the quality of the teams are, famous for being very hard-hitting, tough kinds of hockey games. I've seen some real barn burners in Europe when these two teams have met over on the other side of the ocean.
We'll see more of the North American variety of hockey tonight.
Even when they play on that big ice surface overseas. There's a guy who has seen an awful lot of international hockey over the years and loves it. He's going to see a lot more in his new position as the head of what they call Hockey USA now, the American Hockey Association of the United States.
Face-off, Bob Brook against Brent Sutter. Puck went near the Team Canada goal. Now Howard Chuck taken out of the play, and they're forechecking very hard is Kurt Fraser. Canada trying to clear it out. Langway held it in. Rod Langway's shot knocked down by Bork. And Bork feeds it out of there, and Canada come to center ice. Here comes Larry Murphy. Murphy moving in, knocked off the puck by Fraser with a good clean check to Chris Nyland. But hustling back is Bork. And it's shot into the center ice area. Here's Murphy taking Brent Sutter's pass, shoots it in. Van Beesbrook cleared it. Hatcher knocking it on the boards, and Chris Nyland, number 30, from the Montreal Canadiens, bumped by Sutter. Now Hatcher goes back, and Hatcher cleared it and cleared it right up over into the Team USA bench. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Marshall Chris Nyland has no question about his involvement in a hockey game. During the 1984 Canada Cup, he was not involved because of an injury, but he was involved in extracurricular kind of thing. He got in a fight with Rick Vive in a corridor during the training camp.
He's out of Boston and a member of the Montreal Canadiens, and as tough as they come. Here's Hartsburg for Team Canada as now Rochefort cleared it, and Glenn Anderson circles back, number 9. Anderson's first action of this 87 Canada Cup. Now Gartner feeding at Rochefort, who cleared it in. Shot out of there by the United States, held in by Gartner. Gartner in front, fanning on it was Anderson, and now the United States with Olczyk beating Bob Carpenter. Too far for him. Fuhr knocking it away. Puck in the corner. Carpenter battling with Hartsburg. They got their sticks up, and Gartner drops it back of the net to Messier. He fires it out. Messier on a line with Gartner and Glenn Anderson. Back to get it in the United States zone is Ramsey. Shot it into center ice as teams were changing. And then play is called. And we'll
Well, there's
get a
Glenn
stoppage.
I'm sorry, Dan. Glenn Anderson making his first appearance for Team Canada. He was hit by Scott Stevens during training camp and suffered what they call a stretched ligament in his knee, and has missed the first 3 games. So just making his first appearance now here in the tournament.
This program is protected. Any use of this telecast without permission is prohibited. Mario Lemieux out on a face-off, winning the draw, but Bob Brook comes up with it, and Chelios then flips it to center. So Brook is one of the centers that Bob Johnson wants out there to check some of the big Team Canada centers. Brook out there now against Lemieux. Here's Murphy feeding one to Prop, knocked away from him. Now Murphy gets it again. Shot it in, and Nyland. Now it's picked up by Lemieux, and breaking out is Fraser on right wing. Fraser trying to get it to Nyland. Bork knocks it away, and Mario Lemieux takes over. Over to Murphy. Larry Murphy, number 8, flips it in. Chelios back to get it. Whacks it up on the boards. Picked up by Nyland. Nyland breaks out on right wing, has Fraser with him. Here's Chris Nyland to Kurt Fraser. Shooting, saved by Pure, his toughest of the game, and Murphy cleared it to Lemieux at center, but he's well taken out by Gary Suter. Back comes Chelios. Shoots one. Pure a save. Cleared it away to Bork. Now to Kevin. Deneen gets it into center ice. Crossman was checked there, and it's shot back into center ice. That's a 2-line offside as Mark Johnson took Rod Langway's pass.
Well, the Team Canada and also the United States settling down into a checking pattern here. The shots are not from very close in, but certainly there's not much doubt about the way the teams are involved in this one. As you mentioned, Dan, this was the best save that Grant Pure has had to come up with a shot that seemed to, as he faded away a little bit, Chelios let it go, and a low shot that seemed to get Pure going a little bit the wrong way on it. Still made the save.
Back to the live action. This is Paul Coffey back in Team Canada zone to get a loose puck. Firing it out on right wing. Goulet taken out. Gretzky hustling in after it. Gretzky gets it. Looking to center. Gets the late man Coffey. Shot blocked by Langway. And back comes Mark Johnson against Crossman, and it rolled off Johnson's stick, and Crossman was there to make the play. Langway going back. He made a big block of a shot moments ago. His pass to Mark Johnson. Now to Corey Millen. Chipped in by Aaron Broughton, number 10. And going back and picking it up is Hartsburg for Canada. Hartsburg doing some nifty stick handling. Fires it in. Ramsey back for the United States. Mike Ramsey from the Buffalo Sabres feeding it out. Picked up on the fly by Housley. Housley leaving it for LaFontaine, and a stick save by Pure. Now Kelly Miller trying to center. Given a rough ride by Gartner, who cleared it into center ice. It's dumped back into Norman Rochefort. Number 5, back to get it for Canada. Rochefort trying to hit Messier. It goes the length of the ice. And as Mike Ramsey goes back to touch it, icing called against Team Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Best 2 recent scoring chances have been for the United States. First Chelios, and then this nifty little drop pass. Housley for LaFontaine. He's got a great shot and an ability to score. That one did not get by goaltender Grant Pure.
Face-off won by the United States. Chelios shooting just wide. Now Suter at the other point poking it in. And Rochefort is there to clear it to Howardchuk. Dale Howardchuk from the Winnipeg Jets to Claude Lemieux. Here's Lemieux, number 32, with a shot, and Van Beesbrook handles that. And then it's cleared into center ice by the United States. Carpenter just backhanding it down. Hartsburg going back to get it. No score. We're approaching the 8-minute mark here in the first period. Shot out onto the wing, in Canada pick it up. Howardchuk flipping it in. Now they center to Lemieux, backhander. Now Brent Sutter behind the net to Howardchuk, off his skate and then diving out. Van Beesbrook to grab it, and then Claude Lemieux and Chelios push at each other. Hey, they're teammates of the Montreal Canadiens.
That'll never bother either one of them, I'll tell you that right now. This is a hockey game, and they're wearing different uniforms. Sutter out in front, Howardchuk jamming the net. That's something we haven't seen enough of from Team Canada or many of the teams involved in this tournament. And there is Claude Lemieux. As we mentioned, there's no quarter asked or given. Look at, he's talking to Nyland. And I'll get you next time. Nyland, of course, had some problems, or Team Canada had some problems with Nyland. There was a game in Montreal in which Nyland tried at least twice during the game to provoke a fight with Rick Tocchet. Tocchet turned his back at one point and skated off the ice because of the edict that was given by Mike Keenan and his coaching staff that any fighting will seriously damage your possibility of making the team. Then the next game out, Wendell Clark did get in a fight with Chris Nyland, and although it was never admitted, I'm sure that entered into the thinking when finally Wendell Clark was cut from this team.
Here's Bourque from the point with a shot wide of the net. A good hard low shot, but off the target. Fraser clears it to center. No score as Canada flip it in. Hatcher there to try and knock it out. Messier had it for a moment, and now Langway leading a four-man rush, beats Fraser. Kurt Fraser's long shot. Here comes Nyland and Gartner battling for it, and Bourque breaks back for Canada. Bourque has Gartner with him. Trailing on the play, Messier. Now fired in by Bourque. Shot around on the boards, and nobody there to hold it in, and Murphy has to chase back for Canada. Over to Bourque. Fired in. Van Beesbrook leaves it for Mike Ramsey. Ramsey to Fraser, number 8 for the United States, to Phil Housley. Housley moving in, shoots off the blocker of Pure and up into the glass, and then knocked behind the net. Taking over is Doug Crossman. To Gartner. Gartner into Crossman. Crossman put it through the crease. Nobody there. Prop shoots one. That's high off the glass and bounces all the way back into Team Canada's zone. Mike Gartner hustles back. Cleared it to center. This game going at quite a pace. Mark Johnson takes a hit, drops it to Ramsey. Now to Housley, to Aaron Broughton. Broughton flips it in. Crossman back for Canada. Housley holding it in. Or Ramsey it was that held it in, and now Prop drops it back of the net, and Canada start out of there. Long pass to Deneen at center. That's intercepted by Presley. Now Mario Lemieux dropping it to Crossman. Over to Compey. Back to Crossman. Into center ice. Dumped in by Prop. Here's Mario Lemieux centering one. Knocked away at the United States defense as Suter cleared it away in a hurry. And Suter takes a run and knocks Deneen flying. And Deneen gets up slowly. Back comes Presley. He got it into the zone. Now Chelios is there. Deneen, by the way, goes very slowly to the Team Canada bench. He's been shaken up on that check by Suter. Now the hitting getting rather ferocious as Miller was bumped. Here's Suter. Now Hartsburg knocks it away. Stolen. LaFontaine. Guilty scores! Pat LaFontaine. And the United States takes the lead.
And while all this is going on and the celebration is on for the United States, Kevin Deneen is being helped to the dressing room. Let's take a look at it. The steal by Suter. LaFontaine. Good wrist shot. Not much Pure can do at all. Puck is hooked free there. Number 20, Gary Suter. And here comes LaFontaine hopping on the loose puck. Good goal. A lot of work, a lot of effort by the USA pays off.
That's LaFontaine's third goal.